What's up everybody? Channel Pup here, and today we're going to be talking all about the new Batsuit in the DC Extended Universe. And just a reminder, these videos are made possible by my supporters on this platform, so if you do want to support me, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description below. Now, I have already talked about this in these very far distance, little unclear glances at this suit, and I was mistaken into believing that this was a reprisal of the Batman Returns suit, especially as it seems that's the suit he will be wearing in the upcoming Flash solo film. But here we have a much clearer look at Batman on the set of Batgirl, and it shows off a brand new Batsuit, which is kind of the evolution of the previous Michael Keaton Batsuits we've seen. It looks a little bit more up-to-date, a little bit more lightweight. Now, you might be looking at this particular image here and thinking, ugh, that actually looks a little bit too, Grand Heritage Ruby's costume looking, because that's kind of exactly what I thought. Looks a little bit loose, a little bit baggy, a little bit almost kind of like a bin bag material. Now, it is safe to assume that this is a stunt suit, and stunt suits usually fit a little bit more loosely. They're not quite as high quality as the main sort of, I think they call them hero suits. And it is quite funny, you know, browsing through Twitter and seeing people really getting upset, saying it looks like crap, and it's like, we've kind of been proven now that stunt suits rarely look as good as the hero suits, by particularly the Batman, where you got those set photos of the stunt artist on the set in Glasgow, and Batman's cowl made it look like he had this big bulging head with these bubble eyes. We've also seen Ben Affleck's Batsuit on the Flash movie set, and it looks like it's got this immensely thick, oversized head, and the armor looks very scrappy and cheap. Now, a lot of people, particularly die-hard, like, Snyder fan types, have kind of said, well, the Ben Affleck Batman stunt suit looked really good in set photos. And, well, here's the thing. Not every stunt suit is made equal. You know, some of them, there's more of an awareness that the suit could get trashed, and some of them require more mobility than others, so no, not every stunt suit is going to look as good as the last. And considering how much of the Ben Affleck Batman stuff was shot inside studios and warehouses and such, we probably haven't seen the worst stunt suit that a Ben Affleck stunt double had to wear. So bottom line, don't be stupid, you know? Now, I will say this though, like, why does he need a stunt suit here? Because he appears to just be kind of walking around. We don't know, you know, it might be once this person put their phone camera away, suddenly Batman started doing flips and kicks and shit. One friend of mine said maybe he's wearing a looser costume though, because Michael Keaton is older now, and, you know, it wouldn't make sense for him to be wearing this very heavy rubberized armor. And if that's the case, all the more reason not to cast a 70-year-old man as your new Batman. Even if, you know, we loved his performances in the past, and he's still probably going to kill it today. If he can't wear a proper Batsuit, he's not right for the role, is he? But I think that's a non-issue. Anyways, let's get back to the point. Yeah, this definitely appears to be a lighter weight Batsuit, which makes a lot of sense because mobility in the old Keaton suits was crap. Keaton looked like a fucking bowling pin swaying around whenever he was in combat scenes. And again, that's no fault of his own. The suit was incredibly restrictive and so heavy that if he was driving the Batmobile in that suit, he had to be lifted out by crane. With new technologies and new methods, they can simulate that kind of appearance without it being so heavy and bulky, but I do hope that it looks a little less baggy than it does on the set here, and again, I'm just assuming these are stunt suits. It doesn't look like that's Keaton in the costume, and that might be because this does appear to be a flashback sequence. We can see Jim Gordon here with his red hair instead of the gray hair that he emblazoned in the Justice League movie. And, yeah, so, you know, we're keeping Michael Keaton's Batman alongside J.K. Simmons' Commissioner Gordon. And this appears to be a flashback to when Keaton's Batman was younger, so this big grand DC reboot project is overwriting the history of Keaton's Batman as well. Oh. It's erasing the Snyderverse, it's erasing the Schumacher films, it's erasing Keaton's Batman's history. This is not how you reboot something, guys, but I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay, can we now comment on, like, the design of this costume, though? Okay, so, like, yeah, this is not the same Keaton Batsuit design-wise that we've seen before. And I'd say design-wise, it's actually, like, the perfect kind of update to the Keaton suit. It looks a little bit more functional and practical. It's mainly just the execution of it looking a little bit baggy and creasy and stuff that doesn't make it look good here, but let's just talk about the design of it overall. We have a very new structure to Batman's armor now, as we can see. He appears to have metal plating on his chest and shoulders, which makes a lot of sense, and it looks really nice. and then the rest of it appears to be a similar rubber material that we've seen in the past. There's some really nice line work going around it, which kind of complements the form. I do like these armor lines on the chest. I like that they've used the Batman Returns symbol. The actual rubber suit itself looks much more akin to like Batman Begins, for example, which I have no issue with. I thought Batman Begins' Batsuit was actually pretty decent. Definitely the better of the Nolan Batsuits anyway. I was talking to Bobatalks, and he noticed that the kind of armor that he's got around his pectorals, that sort of metallic armor plating he's got, cuts out a similar sort of shape to the muscles that the Batman animated series had, where the pecs were very straight and very bulky. And yeah, I do like that, and I think that works well. I'm not fond of these angular lines coming from the cowl, though, just above the bat emblem. I kind of wish that flowed a little more nicely. It was a little cleaner, maybe. The belt also seems to be slightly downgraded in that it's a bit more narrow than it was on previous Michael Keaton Batsuits, and it appears to be a bit more bronzed, akin to Ben Affleck's Batsuit. I think if you're going to wear an all-black Batsuit, I think, you know, having the belt be a little brighter really helps kind of break up that very dark appearance of the Batsuit. But this is fine. It's got new little capsules on it as well. I gotta admit, I've never understood Bat belts that don't have pouches on them. Like, for me, I think, like, the Batflick belt and I think also the Battinson belt did a really nice job of incorporating these very practical-looking pouches where it looks like you could store stuff. Heck, even the Adam West Bat belt got this right, too. But this is by no means bad or anything. The cowl, I have to say, looks really, really nice. So, yeah, it's very much the similar sort of shape to what Keaton's Bat cowl was, and I've always really, really liked the shape of the Keaton Bat cowls, particularly the Batman Returns one, as it looks very, very Neil Adams-esque. I like the longer ears and everything. I think it's a really cool look. And you know, I like that it looks a bit less bulbous than, say, the Christian Bale style of Bat cowl. And this, you know, looks to be the evolution of that. It looks a bit tighter on him, and it looks like he could possibly move his neck, but I'm not gonna say for sure. On closer inspection, that might be what these narrow lines above the bat symbol on his chest are. Like, maybe there's kind of a join, like a kind of an almost invisible collar kind of thing going on here. But I really like the look of the cowl. It definitely looks like a really nice update to the classic style of Keaton cowl. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, they fixed the bat emblem, but to be fair, they did that in Batman Returns anyway, so, like, that's not really anything noteworthy. But yeah, I really, really, really like the look of this Batsuit from a design standpoint, and particularly from this image from the front, it looks really nice. From the side, it definitely looks like a stunt suit, but I will say it's growing on me. But yeah, I really like this design from the front especially. Part of me kind of wishes, though, we'd see like an evolution. I feel like if you're going to do an evolution to Michael Keaton's Batman, I know that the all-black suit is very much a quintessential part of the Michael Keaton Batman suit design. But he's in the DC Extended Universe now. And I feel like the DC Extended Universe has got a different sort of visual language to it. And I feel like, you know, they are priding themselves on comic accuracy and such. So I think the thing to do would be to lighten up his bodysuit a little bit, so it's more like a very dark gunmetal gray, and maybe just add an ever so slight subtle blue wash to the cape, cowl, gloves, and boots. That way we would have the definitive classic Neil Adams Batsuit on the big screen, and I think that would be the perfect Batsuit for the DC Extended Universe going forward. The thing is, we don't know for how long Keaton's Batman is going to even wear this suit. We don't even know if he's going to wear it post-Flash. And the reason I say this is because this is a flashback, probably to a time where Keaton is active. And the Batgirl movie, I believe, is about Keaton's Batman kind of bringing in his new successor, bringing in the new generation of Batman to the DC universe. So it seems like, you know, this might be the last time we actually see him in the suit, but he'll be out and about as Bruce Wayne. I'm really hoping they don't do that, because I feel like the DC universe still needs a Bruce Wayne Batman, at least for a little bit. You know, it feels kind of weird that, you know, The Flash would close the book on Ben Affleck's story, and then they'd introduce a new Batman just at the end of his story so they could close the book on that too. Kind of really defeats the purpose of a reboot in my eyes, because reboots should be all about longevity. Look, here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that this isn't going to be some elder Batman that is ready to retire and he's done, you know. Maybe he's training the next generation of Batman for when he dies and not when he tends to retire or whatever. But I'm hoping we'll still get to see Keaton's Batman kick ass. And, you know, I feel like from interviews with Keaton regarding his return as Batman, I feel like that might be what we're even going to get. I mean, we've seen that he's definitely going to be in action in the upcoming Flash solo movie. And Keaton said that his reason for returning to this role is because he wanted to show that he could really nail this role. And I think, you know, part of that involves the physicality of Batman. Keaton is a very spry guy, particularly for his age. But, like, the fact is, he's definitely stronger and more resilient than I am, and I'm in my 20s. So if they are just going to treat this as Batman, but he happens to be older, and he's just going to keep on doing this until he dies, like, okay, I'm fucking game for that. That's something new. It creates a nice dichotomy for the DC universe. Love that. But if they're treating this as, oh, here's a retired Batman who's going to, you know, be bringing in his successor, you might as well have done that with Affleck in the Flash movie. You don't need to reboot a new Batman into the universe to do that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm quite happy with this new suit, provided that it will fit better in the actual film than what it does appear to here. And yeah, depending on how it's all executed, I might warm up to the whole change, but we'll have to see. Maybe they'll do Batman nicely enough, but we still need a Superman. So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And of course, in the description below are links to different social media feeds, including the Patreon. If you're feeling extra generous, like the following people, who are JK Strife, Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotin Arts, Mr. SP, David 20 Covers, Sergio, John Comey, Shodin, George is Lost, Legendary Ray Ray, Cheesemaster769, Adam Myers, and Fayalan Schwarzentraub. Thank you guys, you are the best of the best, but as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.